Alright, good morning. Today is September 26th, and apparently China is starting some stimulus in their economy, and that caused this big move higher. So we're opening with a big gap up both in Q and ES. Look at this. Yesterday's high on Q is right here. Yesterday's high on ES is right here. So we are opening right about where I mentioned there was a bullish imbalance on ES. So now the bullish imbalance is repaired, which was right here. I had mentioned it yesterday. And if you look at the larger time frame picture, you can see that we have clearly established value down here, and the point of control is here at 57.78. So we have to see if this is an area that we're gonna be revisiting, or we're gonna just like leave this area untested and then keep moving higher. When you have a gap like this with inventory 100% long, usually there is a correction of inventory, and we usually retest the previous day's close. But the thing is that when that happens during the overnight session, and you know, it's such a large gap, whoever was caught off guard is gonna be buying every dip to cover their positions. If you look at this, we left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of single prints from yesterday's close. So, you know, if we attempt to fill the gap, I don't know if we're gonna get all the way inside the previous range. But in the case we do, so I'm gonna be watching first the single print, see how the reaction is, see if we bounce, see if we can fill the gap, if we keep moving lower. If we fill the gap, see if value gets accepted, like yesterday's value, which is right here at 57.91. So if that gets accepted, then the next step is to close the gap to settle, which is at 57.79. So settlement is yesterday's close. It's the same thing. And then from there, that would be look above that range, look above this range and fail. So then I would expect this lower side of the range to be tested if that's the case. Otherwise, today is one of those days that I think is going to be buy every dip and keep moving higher. We really don't have anything up here, so you know, like there's no references other than using pivot points or extensions, fib extensions, etc. So that's how I got my upper levels for today. But in Q we do have levels, because NQ has been weaker all this whole time, and we still have all this stuff to retest. So the big magnet for NQ is going to be this area right here, this 20,860, which is the point of control, or the high volume node for this area. So I'm looking at now, if this holds, if we can get above the 600 level, then I'm going to be looking for another run up here to 860, and then, you know, in the next, maybe in the next couple of sessions, make new highs on NQ. Otherwise, we're gonna come back into here, and the magnet here is 20,080. So that's where we're at with the indices. You can hear the tick strike going. You know, the buying is relentless. So they keep buying this. You can see that we're still moving higher. Crude oil. Oh, and we have a bunch of Fed speaking today, and I think they're starting in a few at 9:10, 9:15, 9:20, 9:25. I don't know why they're all speaking at the same time, but they're all gonna be speaking soon. Just now, starting in 3 minutes, so that could cause additional volatility. And tomorrow we have PCE, so keep an eye on the news. Okay, and then crude oil. We had we tested that we've been testing all this high volume nodes. Look how perfect this one was. Like it tested literally almost to the tick, and then we pulled back all the way down here, and now we're trading right at the area where we found support before. This is a big drop. I don't know if there was some because of the OPEC news that they're saying that they're gonna increase output. So that's probably why we are dropping here. So with oil, besides looking at volume, you have to keep an eye on the geopolitical stuff, which I'm not an expert on. I don't know much about it, but that moves the market and that has a big impact. So that's why you see this drops here. But you can see the volume building up here at the 67.45 area, and so if we find buyers again in this area, then I'll be looking for a move back up to 69.65. Other than that, if we keep dropping, then this high volume node has not been retested, so this is an area to look for with some support here at 66.40. But it already moved on the overnight session $2.85, which is pretty big. So I don't know how much more it could move during the RTH session. So, and you can see that we have a nice excess on the downside, but it's now trying to retest that excess. So. All right, gold keeps moving higher. Look at that. It hit 27.08 area. And now it's pulling back likely into this, excuse me, pulling back into this high volume node. And if we can get below 65, then look for 26.52. Alright, I think that's about it for today. Good luck.